I just finished tiling in the foyer area. We used a 12 by 24 porcelain tile. It has a slight texture to the top surface. It's kind of a grain pattern. Very nice. I used 1/16 inch joints. We lined up the center of this tile with the center of the door, because that's where you're going to be walking in from, and that's what you'll see. We ignored what the walls were doing because this side's going to be under a bench and this side's going to be under the washer and dryer. That's the trap door to the crawl space. The front edge here I tried to make real straight, because I'm going to do a minimal joint with the wood floor and just fill it with caulking rather than doing like full threshold or something. I'm just going to try to make the two floors be flush. So it worked out pretty well. But I'm definitely not, fast with it. It took me 6 hours to do this space, but if my tiles weren't lining up right, or if I didn't have the surfaces flush with one another, I pulled it up and I would reset it. So I just kept doing it till I was happy. So typically on large tiles like this, a 12 by 24, you'd be going with a large notch. This is a 1/2 by 1/2. But instead what I did was I went to a medium-sized notch, and this is a 1/4 by 1/4. But by going with that and needing to ensure that I had full coverage, I used the flat side of the trowel to back butter each and every tile. It took more time to do that, but it allowed the tile to sit just slightly lower compared to going with this one. So I played with the different mock-ups of 1 or 2 layers of the Ditra, and I went with the second layer of the Ditra here and the medium-sized trowel. And this is the result of doing that. This piece of wood is not down, but by going through that hassle, basically, it allows me to come out with a joint like that. So I get the two right next to each other, and that's what I'm looking for. Real nice and flush. That's the idea. And so now, when I put down my wood floor threshold, I'll hold this away just 1/8 of an inch, and I'll fill this with a bead of caulk for expansion. But it just flows one right into the other.